This week I've been mostly spending money. Well, not really a lot. Remember last week I told you I probably wouldn't have anything this week because I shouldn't be spending money that I don't have. Sainsbury's got new figures in. They've got a whole end of the aisle devoted to Transformers, which are 25% off. So, yes, the inevitable conclusion to that situation is that I walk out of there with some new plastic in my hand. I would have liked to show you that I got something like a wheeljack or a Soundwave, but all of their deluxes are Dark of the Moon. That whole section of the shelf is chock full of mud flaps and jolts and laser beaks and things. So I don't think I'll be seeing anything even closely Robots in Disguise in that front for quite a while. They did have Voyagers there. Even looking at that Optimus in person, I still don't really like it. I think if I were to buy that figure, it'd be the first ever sort of customising job I do on something, just to paint it a bit more. They had a rather nice selection of Cyberverse stuff though. All of the Commanders, all the little Legion ones, which I was actually quite tempted by when I saw the Ratchet, but then I realised I've got a pre-order coming from Toys and Games. Can't wait for that to get here, they all look so nice. And so I walked out of there with a smaller version of a figure which I would have shown you recently. This little Megatron with equally nice torso piping and actually slightly more better sort of swordy gun bits. Now I've already filmed a review of this guy just because I think he's so nice. He's painted really well. Any bit of purple paint you see like on his arms, it's actually shiny. All the grey sort of paint on his hands is shiny. And he has literally no kibble. He just looks all robot all the time, but he's not. Does transform, of course, but his vehicle mode is a little bit... It's not bad. I mean, you can't expect a little Cyberverse dude like this to come up with a vehicle mode that is, while weird, still as good looking as the Voyager version. Actually, I might as well just look at that there. Hey, little and large, all right. So yeah, stay tuned for a review of this guy because he's very nice. Has some very nice detailing on him, which I'll be able to show you through the magic of HD. And I thought I'd just better carry on, seeing as I reviewed the little Optimus and Starscream. So I'll probably go back next week, get myself a bulkhead, and then that'll be the lot till the next wave comes out, which I don't know when that'll be. I'm assuming that'll be the wave with Ironhide in, and then I'll be like, ooh yeah! So that's all my plastic this week. Been very tempted by a wheeljack, which is on Amazon for a very good price. Been having to stop myself from buying that, just so I don't spend money. I'm probably already over this week's budget by about a tenner, so not good. So while I can't show you some plastic, I can talk to you about some sort of video like plans I think I've sort of been making. You'll notice that all my reviews recently have been all really in-depth, really long, not necessarily funny, but a very good look at the figure because it's in HD. That's just because I really like the fact I can now show you all the close-up stuff and finer details and all that with my new camera. Of course, that takes a bit of the fun out of things, really. So what I'm proposing to do, I don't know when I'm going to do this, when my next review of a slightly older figure will be. I've got a few lined up, looking at some of my old G1, G2 bits. I'm thinking that I'll do face to the camera review stuff for older things. Where I can put more sort of funny bits in and make it more of a sort of retrospective and yeah, not really so much of a really right in your face sort of in-depth look. Got some nice Autobot symbols on the side there in silver, because we probably don't need it. if it's an older figure, it's very likely that someone else will have done a review which will be more in depth that you can watch, and you might actually have the figure. So it will just be a way of me talking about it and sort of making it funny, pointing out funny things, because I was acutely aware, even though it was pointed out to me, that the Cliff Jumper review I did just wasn't funny at all, and I was a bit annoyed with that, because that's not really me. I do try and make the reviews a bit more entertaining. Well, that was a good look at the figure. It wasn't really very entertaining. So, nice spangly new HD, right in your face stuff where you don't see me for new figures, which not a lot of people would have seen, and stuff where you do see me with funny stuff for older figures. Now that's all done, I've got washing in.